Welcome to another live workout. So, if you're just joining in, hit like, subscribe, all that cool stuff. You can put your comments, questions, anything like that in the comment section. We're currently 5 days out. I have been drinking so much water lately. During this peak week starts tomorrow where I'm cutting out carbs, but you start, it's looking a little blue on here, let's fix that. You also start drinking a lot of water to get your body used to peeing a lot out, so the last day when you cut water, hold on, my video feed's looking weird. I'm gonna switch video real quick so it's gonna go black. I'm gonna put this back up while I do it. Here's my FaceTime camera. Now back to this. There we go. Check, check. It looked like it was getting kind of glitchy, but hopefully that's better. If not, then we'll just be kind of glitchy. Hey Jay, what's up? But I've been drinking a lot of water, and the first couple days you feel like really bloated, and almost like your physique starts going backwards because you're holding a lot more water. But I think after, this is the 4th day now, I started my body's flushing it out like normal and kind of adapting so that when you do get to that last day and cut water, you pee it all out still, but then you get super dry and vascular. So, yeah, starting the peak week tomorrow officially. Last time I started the water, drinking a lot at the beginning of the peak week, and I just felt really bloated and bad, so I didn't want that plus feeling depleted of carbs all at the same time. So now hopefully it'll go a little better than last time. Yeah. So I'm starting out today with some dumbbell bench. Last time I did barbell, I'm doing the same thing, 30 degrees, 15, then flat, same weight, 4 sets. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain stream. Well, it sure looks like it is. So yeah, I was gonna stream on Friday, but I ended up getting sick Thursday night. Everyone in my family's just been one after the other, so you can tell my voice is a little weird still, but it's getting better. I'm gonna go ahead and get my first set, do a couple warm-up sets, then get into this. But if y'all got questions or whatever, just post them in the comments. I'll answer what I can, help you out, tell you what I think, or just want to chat about whatever. Fifteen reps with the 20, it's just like doing the bar. Then I do another set with the 50s, and then I'll do my working sets after that. But, all right, that's good to hear. Yeah, not getting enough sleep can mess up weight loss, especially if you're up eating when you're not sleeping. So that's definitely a contributor. But yeah, at times I'm kind of like, right now I'm around 176, hovering right above and below that. Last time I was like 175.5 on stage, so as I deplete this week, I might get down to like 172 or even 171 as all the water drops. So I think I'm gonna be lighter on stage, and hopefully that'll make me bigger and leaner, because I would hope I've gained at least 3 or 4 pounds of muscle in the last 2 years. Otherwise that kind of stinks, but I already do think I look leaner than last time. But it's just kind of weird. I keep second guessing myself because I don't feel anywhere like I did last time. I've only been dieting for 5 weeks. 5.5. and I did it kind of harder, and I've gone into it with trying to keep the mentality of like, you're doing this to yourself, so just get over it and not constantly thinking about food or being like, hey, I've lost this much to people. Like, no one cares really. I still need to keep working on posing just because I've been lazy with it, but I do have a posing routine together now, and I think they're gonna have a live stream of the competition. I'll make sure I have links to that on my channel. I'll make some like community posts or something, or maybe even go live before the event, just be like, hey, this is about to happen, so people know if they want to watch and see me lose. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'll win on the Friday show. Friday's the natural show, and then Saturday's the regular NPC show. So I'm hoping I do win the natural one. There's usually not a whole lot of people that enter those either, so we'll see. I mean, maybe I'm feeling better because the way I've been doing my workouts is like, I'm not doing such intense, full like leg day, full push day, full pull day, back to back to back. I've been doing these kind of full body workouts where I'm just picking one exercise per muscle group per workout, doing like 4 or 5 hard sets, in this case 6 today for chest. But I mean, maybe that's why I'm feeling better too. I'm not as much fatigue build up on the body. I don't know, but it's been pretty good. Having good meals. I mean, part of it could be just eating more real food too, because I still have some protein bars and stuff, but I'm not like having these huge protein ice cream shakes that make you feel bloated and all that. Like this morning I had a burrito with a bunch of turkey meat, ground turkey, that we had for dinner last night. Basically like a taco, but using turkey meat, and some fat-free cheese. It was like 400 calories for this big burrito and like almost 60 grams of protein. So it's like I felt full the whole time I was at church for like 3.5 hours. Got home, I wanted to have some rice, a bunch of rice, since I'm cutting carbs tomorrow. So I had like almost half a pound of rice and then a bunch of tilapia. And I don't know, I've just been feeling good. So hopefully that feeling stays. This week might be a little more rough, but you know, like you see I'm already this vascular, and that's with being a little bit like, I'm not saying watery, but I've just been intaking a lot of water. I'm ramping it up to 2 gallons. It was a little over 1.5 gallons yesterday. I'm trying to get close to 2 today, and then it's gonna be 2 gallons Monday through Thursday, and then Fridays. Cutting off after I drink some in the morning. Oh, sweet. How is it? I haven't even looked at the video of the new iPhone. I still have the 16. Which I'll probably keep until an 18 comes out. I saw it looks a little different, but I didn't really see what all the features are. I did hear about the AirPods though, having the, what's it called? Being able to translate people talking in real time, which I travel all over the world, so that could be cool. I'll get my next set here. These are my supplements I'm using too. Creatine, and this is the pre-workout I'm using right now, is this Janicki juice. So, boom, I'm gonna put this back here for some product placement. I got links in the description with discount code if you wanna use what I'm using. Oh yeah, I went from 13 to 16, so yeah, it was a big difference too for me. All right, let's see if I can get, did I update that? I think so. And I've been drinking, again, since I've been drinking so much water, don't be surprised if I have to leave and go to the bathroom during this. Where it is, 30-degree dumbbell bench. All right, I've gotten 10 reps on this last time with the 80s. So this is my last hard workout where I'm using the same weights. The rest of the week's gonna be more of a deload. So let's see if I can still press these 80s for 10 after being sick. Hope so. Lightweight, baby. Well, it's always a good feeling when you get an extra rep. So there we go. It's 11, so that's cool. Nice. Let's see. I'm not planning on squats today just because whenever I've felt sick or recovering from it, then I put a bunch of weight on my back and start squatting, my ears kind of start ringing and I almost feel like I'm gonna relapse and get sick again. I think I'm probably gonna do squats Monday, or not Monday, Wednesday, but it's gonna be lighter ones. I'm probably not gonna go higher than like 155 just to get a pump, because you don't want your legs to be sore or inflamed or anything like that for when you're posing, so you can see as much definition as possible. Like my quads are, especially once I cut water and all that, I think it's gonna show a lot more, but you can see the individual muscles now, so that's pretty cool, especially in the morning. Like I've already drank over a gallon of water today, so that's gonna affect your definition as well. But probably Wednesday on squats. This is gonna be, I think, my last live stream though, till after a competition, because I'm gonna be making videos every day this week, like in detail of all the peak week food, training, everything that goes into it, prep, posing, all that. And I need to be recording while I'm lifting too and getting different angles and stuff like that, so not conducive to live stream. Maybe I can do like a behind the scenes, like live stream with my phone or something like that, just to do something different, but we'll see. I really do like these newer Signature Series pre-workouts from Harder Than Last Time. I haven't tried the Blue Lobster one yet, but the flavors are good. I like the Hussein mode more so far. But they don't leave an aftertaste either. Like some I've had will give you a bit of an aftertaste, especially like the pre-pump stuff, but these ones have been good. Let's see. Oh, and all you folks on Rumble as well, just let me know if you got questions on anything. I'm checking the chat for YouTube and Rumble, so that I can make sure I'm answering everyone's questions. So I'm gonna get another set here of incline at 30 degrees, then I'm gonna drop the incline down to 15, do 2 sets on that, and then drop it to flat in 2 more sets. That's how I've been doing my bench lately, so I get multiple levels. As it gets more difficult, you know, after a couple sets, I drop the bench. So then I keep the same weight and can get around the same reps. All right. Come on. There we go. Nice. Got an extra rep on each of those. I usually don't do any supersets with bench pressing unless it's doing something like calves, because I like to save as much energy as I can for all my bench sets, because I feel like my chest is the thing I have the most difficult time getting progress with, so I don't want to hinder that any more than I need to with making myself tired. Okay. But yeah, I must say, like, about 5.5 weeks so far, this really hasn't been difficult, and it makes me wonder, like, am I not lean enough? I don't know. We'll see. A lot changes in the last week as you cut carbs and dry out and all that. And just based on body weight, since I've done this before, like I was saying, I'm already leaner than last time. So I'd say that's a win as far as progress is concerned. I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do now anyways. Even if I went crazy with like a 2,000 calorie a day deficit, it's not like I'm gonna drop 4 pounds of fat and get crazy shredded in the next week. More likely to start losing muscle, and then your body composition is not gonna change much. You're just gonna get smaller overall and maybe slightly leaner, which isn't really worth it. So yeah, thank you, I appreciate it. I have been sleeping pretty well. Depends on the day, because since like it's going around our house, people getting sick, just like coughing and runny nose and sinuses and whatnot. Last 2 nights I slept pretty good, but our son, it's like, or how old is he? 16, almost a year and a half. It's like, since he's been sick, he'll wake up and coughing, then he'll start crying. And I used to be able to sing to him through the monitor and he'd go back to sleep, and now it's just like he just wants mom. And so I feel bad for her, because she's been getting up and being up there with him sometimes for like a couple hours before he chills out and goes back to sleep. But that's not the norm. Like, when he's not sick, he sleeps forever. Thanks, Aaron, appreciate it. How much of a deficit am I in? Right now, around 1,000 calories a day, which normally would make me really tired, but I've been doing, part of that's because I've been doing a lot of extra cardio. Like when I swim for an hour to an hour and a half, I'm burning like 800 to 1,300 calories. And then I've been walking a lot on my treadmill, listening to podcasts and stuff. Like I walked 11 miles yesterday, 11 miles the day before. That's like 1,300 calories. So I've been eating a lot more food too. So I feel more satiated throughout the day, but burning it off. And that's what I was saying in one of my last videos, or actually a video I'm about to post tomorrow. Basically, like, I could do, like, if I'm eating 2,700 calories a day and that keeps me at maintenance, then I could do 1,700 and lose 2 pounds in a week. But you can't eat a whole lot of food. And I could get enough protein, that's for sure, but you want to get enough fats. Carbs give you energy. The fats help with hormone regulation. And the micronutrients as well, the vitamins and stuff you need from varieties of food. So if you work out more, do more cardio, you can eat more food, like more like 2,500 calories, and I'm still losing 2 pounds a week. Well, then I'm getting a lot more nutrients in. I feel better. I'm not just getting gaunt and skinny and all that. So normally dieting, I'd only do 500 a day, but since I'm only doing this for 5 weeks, I was like, I could rock 1,000 to see how it works. And there's definitely been some days when I get really hungry, especially the days that I swim for a long time, but most of the time it's not that bad. And the other thing with doing a lot of cardio is you're typically not hungry while you're working out. Like I'm not hungry now while I'm working out for like the hour before to an hour after, so that's like 3 hours. If I swim for an hour, another hour before, hour after, that's like 6 hours of the day that I'm up there, I'm not even thinking about eating. And if I'm up for like 12, 14 hours, that helps out a lot versus, oh, I'm just gonna be in this deficit. I don't feel like working out. But now I'm just sitting around being hungry, waiting for the next meal. So that makes a big difference. Just keeping your mind off of eating by actually working out and doing stuff. Tell you what is crazy though is, you know, I'm sitting here doing 80s. And then I watched Will Tennyson's peak week stuff and he's doing like 115 pounds for 10 reps. Dude was ridiculously strong. But like you see there, I got on the 30 degrees, 10 reps, or 11 reps than 10. So I probably only got 9 on the next one, but lowered it, incline to 15 degrees. Now I got 11 reps again. So maybe I'll get 10 again on the next one, then go flat, same thing. How long I've been training? I mean, off and on, all throughout my 20s, some of my teenage years, but never really what I call optimal. I didn't know anything about diet except from, hey, let's drink a protein shake after we work out, which doesn't really do a whole lot for you if you're not eating enough protein overall. And then, because I would go to work and like take a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and some chips and cookies. So I might be getting like 25 grams of protein in that meal, cereal for breakfast. You're talking maybe another 20, 24. I might have been getting like 80 to 90 grams of protein a day as a 150 pound guy. Right now I'm 176-ish. But training hard, I started in 2020, kind of like mid 2020 was when I first bought a program, stuck with it, learned about diet, made sure I got my body weight in grams of protein a day. And that first year I put on like 12 pounds. Next year, like another 8 or so. And then I've kind of just stayed around that 185 is kind of a sweet spot for me right now, but I've slowly gotten leaner each year at 185. So yeah, it's kind of like more of a main gain type thing right now, unless I'm cutting for a bodybuilding show like this. And even, that's funny, look like AI, appreciate it. It does get pretty crazy, especially like, just wait till the end of this week. When you get dehydrated, like all my veins look crazy. And it's knowing how to show it too and make it look big. And it's funny because like I look bigger right now than I do at 190 pounds. Because like my shoulder looks a lot bigger because the fat between my shoulder and my tricep here, when I'm like 190, it's kind of even. So it's just like a flat arm. But now that the fat is gone, it makes your shoulder stand out more. Like people say like, oh, what exercise to get boulder shoulders? Like you need to work your side lats or your side delts with stuff like lateral raises, but they're not gonna look like boulder shoulders unless you get lean enough. Yeah, they care about glutes. I'm doing classic physique. So like the men's open or just men's bodybuilding is the class where they're wearing thongs pretty much, which I'm not into. But yeah, glutes do matter. And you gotta get extra lean for that too, because they wanna see striations in your butt. Even now, that if you look at Chris Bumstead, like if you Google right now, look at Chris Bumstead's like 2020 or 2019 Olympia versus his last one, their posing shorts were like right at the bottom edge of their butt cheeks. And you could see a little bit of striations on your butt cheeks because the trunks were mostly covering it, but now they like have the same shorts, but they pull them up their butt, so it's almost like they're still wearing thongs. I'm not doing that, but I am starting to see a little bit of striations like on a side chest pose. if I pull my pants up high enough. But the classic physique's more like the Speedo type of pants you're wearing. And then there's men's physique, which is the board shorts, which I'm not into. I might do that if they had the shorts like this high, so you could at least see the bottom of your quads. But I don't know, they're just too long. And I'm doing all that work on my legs. I don't want to not show them off in a bodybuilding show if I'm going to enter one. All right, second set at 15 degrees, and we're going to go flat. Come on. All right. So this is my way of pretty much sticking with the same exercise, but getting upper and mid chest. Get a full pump in the chest. Oh man, I definitely do get tired, worn out quicker now. And I'm gonna try not to binge after the show either. Like right now I don't really have any desire to. I know I'm gonna get really hungry this week as I cut carbs and feel like I don't have any energy. Being exhausted just from being lean, man, and being in a deficit. Granted, what I was saying though about I'm not just gonna eat a ton right off the bat. I'm gonna try to stick to eating at maintenance for a couple weeks so I don't get really bloated and feel bad. But part of the reason is like I'm still in a deficit, so it's like I'm literally at an energy deficit because that's what a calorie deficit is. So when you get really lean and you're continuing to be in a deficit, you're gonna be tired a lot quicker. Hey baby. Somewhere inside, I guess, I don't know. But it's also hot out, it's like 90 degrees, so there's that. Well yeah, if I was just dieting just to cut some weight, I usually stick with 500 calories a day. But you gotta be in a certain type of shape for a bodybuilding show, and you gotta get more extreme towards the end as you're almost there. And it's for a short amount of time. And that's another reason I've been doing these like full type of full body workouts for the last few weeks. You know, just picking one exercise per muscle group a day, because with being in a big calorie deficit, I want to keep stimulating the muscles every day. So my body's like, hey, we don't want to burn this muscle. It's being used constantly. So keep burning fat. Because if I do a chest day and then don't do another one for 4 days, then it's kind of like, it might be sore, getting repaired for the first 2 days, but then the third day, it might be like, oh, this hasn't been used, you know. Let's burn some of that muscle for energy and keep some of the fat. So I'm trying to not go more than 2 days between hitting the same body part. Yeah, I typically tell people 500 calories a day is a good deficit to be in long term if you're trying to lose weight. But that's the thing though, I'm not trying to lose weight and keep it off. I'm probably gonna go up 5 pounds over October and November to go back up to around 180 and just sit there. Thanks, Leo. But I am kind of interested too, like I want to stay around the same weight next week if I can after the show, just to see like, okay, when I'm eating, when the 1,000 calorie deficit's gone, I'm at this body weight and this leanness, but I'm eating at maintenance now, how much more energy am I gonna have during my workouts? Because I'm pushing pretty much the same weight that I have been for the last month still, which is a good sign that you're not losing muscle. I get more tired and I need to rest more between sets, but I'm still able to push the same weight for, like we saw today, I got 2 extra reps already on between 2 sets. So that was 10. All right. Yeah, I'll make a post too. I was saying earlier, I think it may be getting live streamed on YouTube, the show. And if it is, I'll make sure I post a link on my Instagram and on my my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to watch and see what happens, you can. Flat bench. Now it should get easier. Or maybe not. We'll see.
Hey Dad,
Yeah.
do you have a different adapter cable?
That's what I was saying, Connor. I don't have other ones. Like we may have to. Connor. Just shutting the door in my face while I'm answering you. Here we go. Ow. Just rolled my tailbone on the metal. Ow. That kind of hurt. All right. One more set of bench. Then we get on with the rest of it. Make this a little bit brighter. A little handful of Cinnamon Toast Crunch before I start working out, just to get a little bit of extra carbs. What really stinks though, is gonna be the rest of this week. That's part of why I do a deload too. For one, it's just, I'm not gonna be building muscle at this point. I'm just trying to maintain. But giving your body a little bit of a break, going into the show, reduce inflammation, make sure you don't get any injuries. But also my energy is gonna be like plummeting from no carbs, because I eat a lot of carbs every day. When you go from that to not, you feel pretty bad. I think it takes like 2 or 3 weeks of being on keto before you kind of adapt and feel normal. Like someone like Tristan Lee, who's never eating carbs, it seems like, would probably be fine because his diet's already like that. I mean, his peak week would probably just be keep doing what you're doing and then add carbs in as you dehydrate the last day. But for someone like me, where I eat carbs all the time and they help my workouts, it makes a difference during this week. And it's gonna be tough, so I'm already gonna be low on energy. It's just about deloading, still hitting everything, just getting a good pump. Practice posing more so, ramp up the posing practice, and get on with the show. But yeah, there's gonna be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm gonna have 4 videos this week. I'm filming on peak week, 1 for each day. The things that change, the diet, the training. Friday's gonna be the natural show, which is at nighttime. So that'll be a carb up day, and then the show at night. And then Saturday morning is the second show. So that's what, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 6 videos this week I'm gonna be recording. Plus I'm gonna be making probably like 4 posing videos, 1 for each of the main poses. So it's a lot of videos. I'm gonna be filming like 10 or 11 videos this week. So there's gonna be a lot of content coming out over the next month, leading into the Olympia too. So maybe that'll help with my channel with having bodybuilding videos as the Olympia is approaching. Yeah, these veins are popping in my forearms. Oh, that's so cool when you have your music loud for everyone to see. I think tomorrow I'm gonna do some shoulder pressing. All right, last set of bench, hard bench for the competition. So let's make this count. Lightweight. There we go. All right. Felt pretty good. Straps for rows. I'm gonna do dumbbell rows next. But I'm pretty happy about that. I got 4 total extra reps. 1 extra rep in 4 different sets, so. Part of the reason I probably I'm getting worn out too is just from being sick the last few days. I don't know what I had, if it's a cold or what. Just started throat hurting some, a lot of congestion, headache on Thursday night. Then Friday I was just kind of blah. I was like, well, I can still walk. I was gonna go swim. I was like, I'm not doing that, but I can still walk. So I walked like 11 miles on Friday. I walked 11 more yesterday. Ended up working out some yesterday too because I was feeling better towards the end of the day. But the good news is I'm over it now, so hopefully it'll be smooth sailing into this thing. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. I think one of the next machines I want to get is a seated plate loaded row machine. Because those are my favorites. You got chest support, you can just sit there, row, no cheating. It's comfortable. I like sitting upright instead of, getting on a bench and doing these dumbbell rows, but you make do with what you got. I built my back doing these, so you just keep doing what works. A little warm-up set here. That's good. I feel a little bit in my lats when I get that stretch because I did a bunch of pull-ups yesterday, and I guess it actually worked. Made me a little bit sore, so that's cool. I'm just gonna do 3 sets of these because I'm still trying to be careful with my bicep tendon on both my arms. If I do too many sets, it starts hurting and then it takes forever for it to get better. So I'm just gonna get 3 good sets here and go from there. Let's see, I have them on here. Thought I added them to my list. There, our dumbbell rows. Yeah, I just keep track of all my lifts on the Notes app, all in one note for all the different. If I do something new, I write it down. Whether it's 3 to 6 sets, write down all the weights, all the reps. So if I do it again, pull that up, have something to shoot for. That's what progressive overload is. Always trying to get a little more, whether that's reps or weight. And it doesn't have to be much weight. I mean, you could add 2 pounds. I've got 1 1/4 pound plates I put on the bench sometimes. Just small increments. That's the big thing. Is like, who was it earlier? Asked Aaron. You can come through here. Asked how long I've been training. And it's 5 years of just slowly doing the same thing over and over and over. Eating enough protein every day, enough calories, training a little bit harder, a little more. And that's what it takes. I don't know how many people will be there. You don't really know till you get there. I don't think there's gonna be a lot in the natural show, but hopefully there will be the following day at the regular NPC show. That's part of what I'm interested to see how I stack up in the natural division versus the Tahoe. You're taking my black car? Versus the not natural people. I guess I should put this on. These Versa grips, really good for back exercises. I'm not sponsored or anything by them, but I do like using these things, especially for exercises where your grip starts to be the limiting factor. Not necessarily deadlifts, because you can hook grip it, but for stuff like this, so you can really focus on rowing with your lats and not squeezing so hard and tensing your bicep, because I really try to not disengage my bicep, but just think about, hey Jill, is someone picking him up to go? Okay. But rowing, just pulling my elbow back versus like holding really tight and squeezing, so I focus on my lats. How many protein calories? So if you want to keep an eye out tomorrow, actually, I'm going to be posting a video on my diet and training, cutting for this show. That'll be out probably tomorrow morning. But in prepping for this show, one of my kids might be getting here. No, not yet. In prepping for this show, around between 2,000 and 2,400 calories a day on this diet, and I'm doing a lot of cardio, a lot of activity every day. So I'm still in like 1,000 calorie deficit or more some days. World. And then but normally if I'm not dieting, it's around 2,700, depending on my activity level for the day, but 2,700 to 3,000 usually, just for maintenance before I start dieting. But yeah, if you want to keep a lookout, I've got a video coming out tomorrow, kind of a full day of eating vlog and all that, showing the meals, the breakdown of calories, protein. But protein anywhere from like 180 to like, I think I had 230 yesterday. $13. Oops. My max deadlift, I haven't deadlifted in almost a year, but my last powerlifting meet was, when was that? I think it was June of last year, and I pulled 501, which however many kilograms that is, I forget. Like 225, 450, 222.7, something like that. I'll put that in the chat in case anyone else is wondering. 501 pounds was my max. But again, that was a year ago. I mean, I could probably pull 405 right now. But I was like, I'm not gonna go higher than that. I've got a little bit of scoliosis or something. My back's kind of crooked at the bottom. And when I was deadlifting so much, it just hurt. Granted, I should probably like pull back and do like, I was doing twice a week, heavy sessions. Going like 390 for 9 was the most reps I did with the highest weight. But it's like constantly hammering that and then squats too. I think it was too much for my back. So I think if I deadlifted like once a week or every 10 days, like a few times a month, I'd probably be fine and just not go much above 400. But I really did like deadlifting. I'll probably get back into it soon again, just to see how it feels if I'm doing it less often, less frequently. I'm gonna do a couple sets when I finish this of stiff leg deadlifts. Speaking of deadlifts, I'll tell you what, I do 2 sets of those and my hamstrings are sore for like 3 days, which is perfect for here because then they'll feel better by the end of Wednesday. Show's Friday. They'll be recovered, feel fresh, good to go. All right, next set of rows. I tell you, these straps are great. Oh. All right, don't wait too long. Get the other side. I got mosquitoes. It's getting annoying. Oh man. It's an 80-pound dumbbell. Yeah, I had a debate a few months ago with a guy in my comments because I made a video about Hussein Farhat and reasons I think he could be natural. This guy was saying there's no way you get veins that pop like his do without taking steroids, and I was like, I mean, if that's the case, then I'm on steroids, my 13-year-old son's on steroids, my 12-year-old daughter's on steroids. Part of it's genetic, another part is being lean. And I looked up the guy's profile. I mean, he looked like he's never been below like 25% body fat in his life, so I'm not saying that to like talk crap about him, but it's more so to say like, it seems unrealistic because you've never been there. Like, when I'm 185, you don't see really any veins around this area, but now I've got like veins going up my abs all the way to my chest. The leaner you get, the more everything else shows because there's nothing between your skin and the muscles and the veins. When you get fat, a bunch of fat, like imagine like this is a layer of fat now. On top of that, you're not gonna see all that stuff, but you take it off and you see everything underneath. But yeah, then when you put a strain on it, it makes everything stand out even more. And then when you get dehydrated, like I'm super hydrated right now, like I'm really starting to have to pee again. But when you get really dehydrated for a show, it gets even crazier. Like, I'll show you something here real quick. Hey baby, what you doing?
Somebody was knocking on the door.
The front door?
Yeah.
All right, 1 second.
I have this on.
I went to the front door, baby. Well, maybe you heard something else.
I saw somebody knocking on the door.
Let's see. These are my veins after my last show. After I got my tan off and got a shower and I was really dehydrated, like, it gets crazy. And then you get fully hydrated and all of a sudden you just feel like super bloated. So this time, like you get that feeling where it's like, I just need to keep drinking water because you're so dehydrated. But this time, I'm just gonna be careful with all that because that can be dangerous. Eating too much too quick and drinking too much too quick. I'm not talking about alcohol, I'm talking about water because I don't drink alcohol. I mean, I could probably be doing the 90-pound dumbbell for sets of 10 right now, but I'm trying to be careful with my bicep tendon and also just, I don't want to get any injuries because I'm getting a good pump. Again, I'm not trying to build muscle now, I'm just trying to maintain what I have. That's the thing, you got to keep in mind at a certain point, you're not building muscle anymore when you're cutting for a bodybuilding show. You're just trying to maintain all the muscle you can while losing as much fat as possible. Last set of these. because I'm not here yet. Just like yesterday I did leg extensions for my quads. So I don't need to hit quads again today. I'm gonna hit the hamstring, a couple sets of stiff-legged deadlifts, and then I'll be doing probably some leg presses tomorrow or something like that. All right, 12 more, let's go. It sure is hot out here. For one, I don't like alcohol. You can get plenty dehydrated without drinking it. Because I mean, if you consider, okay, I'm drinking alcohol, it's dehydrating me, but it's in liquid form. So it's having to get out the liquid that you're already taking in versus, I've done this multiple times now, where you drink a lot for like a week. You're drinking 2 gallons a day, peeing constantly. Then the last morning, you drink like a quarter to a half gallon. And then your body's still used to peeing. And then it just keeps peeing everything out that you just drank, and then you start carving up and you get really dehydrated. Plenty, trust me. Like I'm wanting to drink a lot of water by the end of the day, but you keep from doing it. Hey baby. Plus alcohol is literally poison you're putting in your body. And not that I'm building muscle now, but any muscle building that's going on, from what I've read, it stops. And then your body's just working on trying to get that out of your system. So it's like, why I'm doing all this work to lift, to eat the right types of foods. Why am I gonna mess that up by drinking some alcohol? So that's my take. I just don't see anything beneficial from it. All right, let me get Connor.
Hello.
Connor, time to go. Do you have money? Okay. Hey, bro.
Hey, Dad, I made my cupcake part clean.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah. Look, it's clean.
Hey, bro. You want to get a strike?
Who's that? We pretty much, since we had to keep finding clothes and like a shirt for me, kind of what we only did was like play on the trampoline some, but we had to like find me some clothes that I could fit me. Then we like went on the horse thing and then
Do
we
a
put it on
dance,
the
keep them
trampoline.
entertained.
And then we took a while trying to find a swimsuit that would fit me, and then we had to join some.
You know you're
Get in the
coming
pool,
along
that's
with
pretty much.
Taylor's mom. Don't cause any problems.
Uber? What?
Yeah. Well, not Taylor Barter.
Bye.
See ya. All right. Couple sets of this and call it a day.
Dad,
Yeah.
goldfish?
Huh?
Can I have goldfish?
Sure. It's one reason I like doing these stiff-legged deadlifts over doing like leg curls, because like I was saying, I can do 2 sets, with the first one pretty much being like my warm-up set. I do a couple sets of 15. I'm gonna do the first one with, I think 165, and the second one with 185. And my hamstrings will be sore probably till Wednesday, which is perfect timing. I really like this platform still. I usually put my bench on here so my feet don't slide on the ground when I'm bench pressing, but I just wanted to be closer to the camera today. I'm gonna use my belt too, just because I'm gonna use anything I can right now to try to help prevent from getting injured. A little bit of back support, since I'm focusing on the hamstrings, won't hurt anything. So, let's see, where are they? Deadlifts, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna add 5 pounds, or 10 pounds. Because I remember last time it was easy. I'm feeling pretty good. This is the last hard day, so we'll add another 5. So 175, my body weight-ish. Should say my morning body weight, because I'm drinking so much right now, I'm probably like 181. I'm losing like 4 pounds every night from when I go to bed to when I wake up. I need to go to the bathroom. Here we go. Lightweight, baby. Feels pretty easy when I'm doing it. Then I get lightheaded at the end. That felt pretty easy. And nothing hurt. So I'm gonna bump it up to 205 on the next set. Since I'm only doing 2 sets. and see if I can get 15 again. Do you know what a kilometer is, or are you the real American? I mean, I do know what a kilometer is, but I typically measure stuff in miles. But I travel all over the world for work. I'm an airline pilot, so I mean, I'm almost always dealing in kilometers when I'm not home. Kind of thinking about doing some preacher curls too, because my arm's not hurting. I wouldn't mind getting a little bicep pump. It didn't hurt doing those rows, but I'm also wondering if, like, did I tax them enough from doing some rows? If I do some curls, will that hurt? I mean, I could probably just do a couple sets and it'd be fine. Again, I'm not building any muscle right now, so. Let me know what you think in the chat. A few sets of preacher curls, maybe. Feeling pretty good though. Like, now that I'm just about over that sickness, like, I'm ready to hit tomorrow. Like the last few days, I don't know if it's just the food I've been eating, but like having the tacos last night, and I'm not talking about like I ate a bunch of food. I was still in a big deficit, probably like 1,100 calories. But I don't know if it's the seasoning or what, just the different type of meat, but it's like I just didn't go to bed hungry at all, slept really well. I had it again for breakfast, and I just haven't really been hungry today. So I'm ready, in the mindset to feel the hunger, start feeling drained this week, because it's only, what, Monday, Tuesday? It's only 4 days. And normally I only do 3 days for the peak week. Deplete for 3 days and then carb up the 4th day, then show on the 5th day. But since the first show is gonna be on the carb up day, I decided I'm gonna do 1 extra day of the depleting, just to make sure I'm completely depleted by the time I get to Friday morning, and start carving up a little bit sooner than normal, since the show I believe is at 6 is when prejudging starts. And then we'll make it happen. It's a little extra depleting. I just want to come away with first place at the natural show. That would be pretty cool. All right, so we got 205 on here. I'm gonna try to bust out another 15 reps. And I'm trying when I'm doing this to not bounce it off the ground, because that makes it easier, because you have momentum on the way up. Same with deadlifting. So I'm trying to just touch the ground and then come back up. Feel the weight touch, under control, and then stand up. Oh my gosh, these mosquitoes are ridiculous. It's another bad thing about not having my fan on, is it's usually blowing the mosquitoes away. I gotta shave my arms and legs today too. That's one thing I hate about this process, because it is very uncomfortable when it starts growing back. All right, lightweight, baby. And there's the lightheaded feeling. Oh my goodness. These flies. I walked 6 miles this morning when I got up too. You know what? I think I'm gonna skip the curls. I'll save that for tomorrow or the next day, because there's no point. Like I said, I'm not building muscle. I'm just doing it for a pump. I think tomorrow I'm just doing rear delt flies, not any actual pulling, so I'll just do curls tomorrow so that I'm not injuring myself. Because why risk it, you know? Because if I can't get a good bicep flex, it's gonna mess up my posing. So that's about it then. Did chest, back, a little bit of hamstrings. Tomorrow I'll have some more quads. It's gonna be a lot easier days. The rest of the week, kind of deload style, maybe like 75 to 80% of what I normally lift. You can see, got the legs there, the abs. A little bit of the belt was messing up, but you can see as I get closer, it's like the veins going through the abs. It's pretty crazy. And they're going up through my chest too. Especially in the morning, like when I wake up, I'm like 176 before I start drinking a bunch of water again. It's really intense. And then Tuesday when I swim first thing in the morning, like I swam the other day, I was 176.5 when I woke up. Then I had a 100-gram protein bar, drank my 20 ounces and went swimming. So that's about 1.5 pounds. That would put me at 178. And when I got back from swimming, I was 175. So burned a lot of carbs, flushed everything out of my system. Do I have good genetics? I mean, I guess. Like, the thing is, I know a lot of people say like, oh, do I have good genetics? I used to see on Reddit all the time, people make posts, do I have good genetics for bodybuilding? And they've been training for like a month. It's like, dude, come back in 3 years and ask. After you've been training hard, consistently, progressive overload, eating enough protein, enough calories, and then we'll know. Because you can't tell off the back. Like even like Hussein Farhat. Everyone's like, he had terrible genetics. Like, if you have terrible genetics, taking steroids isn't gonna make you blow up. Like, the dude didn't work out before, and then he did. I was the same way. I was like skinny, 145, 150 pounds. I started working out and training hard. Now I'm like 175, like just about bodybuilding show stage ready. I'm normally walking around at 185, still looking pretty lean. So I guess I do, because I have a good amount of muscle, and I guess good the way the muscle is displayed, like shoulders, my arms have always been pretty good. My chest, I never had a big chest. Like Hussein Farhat looks so unnatural because his chest and shoulders are big, but his legs are small. Like my legs are way bigger than his. I'm right now 10 pounds heavier than he was when he did a bodybuilding show last year on stage. So it's like, you know, he just has really big muscles in the areas that you see that make a difference on social media. But don't ever let genetics. If I had Instagram and YouTube and that stuff back when I was in my early 20s, I'm 37 now, like, I don't know if I would be like, oh, I must have bad genetics, so why try? I'm not gonna look like these guys. Or if I had been able to get the knowledge then that I have now, maybe I'd be huge now, because I would have had higher testosterone and all that stuff back then. But from 32 to 37, I've gained like 30 pounds. So, and it's pretty much lean muscle. So it's just, whether you have good genetics or not for looking a certain way, it's still just a matter of consistent, hard training over time and diet. Like I've worked out 5 to 6, 7 days a week for the last 5 years pretty much, unless I've been sick. So after you've done that, then see if you have good genetics. But I'll say, sure. But that's it for today, guys. I think that's gonna be my last live video. We'll see how I'm feeling the rest of the week with filming and all that. But yeah, got a video coming out tomorrow, and then I'll be filming a bunch this week, so like and subscribe, all that cool stuff. And I'll see y'all hopefully at the bodybuilding show if it's streaming.